So something happened to me a little while ago, and it's time to let all of you know what went down. I had a group interview at Tilly's. I did my hair, did my makeup, and made sure my clothes were Tilly's approved. So I enter Tilly's, and I tell one of the cashiers that I have an interview. So she points and tells me to sit right over there, where all the chairs were. So I start heading right over there, and as I'm getting closer, I see this girl sitting down. She had purple in her hair and in a bun. She literally looked like she was heading to a Coachella concert. So I awkwardly sit down with a few chairs between us, so it's not so awkward, and in the corner of my eye, I see this other interviewee pacing back and forth. He literally looked like he was ready for a 6-month hiking trip. So as I start looking around, waiting, I see a lady and 2 dudes come out in front of us. And it looked like it was the manager and his entourage or posse. So the manager takes us to the stock room, and he has us all sit down next to each other. He starts asking us questions about why we like Tilly's and what brands we knew. And all of a sudden he asks us, "What is your spirit animal?" And literally, the 3 of us all had a smile on our faces with a touch of what the fuck in the inside. As soon as he said that, this went into my mind. Yes, American Indians. So he goes on and explains to all of us how he is a dolphin, because he is bright and happy. He literally just compared himself to a dolphin. So I'm just gonna pause for a second and reflect on what he said. Yup, he said a dolphin. This conversation took a really weird turn to Weirdsville. Yup. So as I'm trying to reflect on everything he just said, he immediately points to the hiker dude and tells him it's his turn. The hiker dude gives his speech and explains to us all that he went backpacking alone to a different country. And because of this, he sees himself as a lion. The manager points to the Coachella girl and says, "It's your turn." She starts explaining how she too is a lion, but she's a lioness, because she's a strong woman with personality. And the manager says, "Yes, oh yes, I can see that, you are right on." And I'm thinking, really? Did she just give the same answer? Because we all know she just said that, because that's what the manager wants. So I told myself, I'm going to be different. I'm going to stand out. So the manager points to me and says, "It's your turn." I blurt out, "I'm a tortoise." The whole time I was still picturing a badass tortoise blowing shit up and Raphael karate chopping buildings. So I'm going out on my speech and why I'm a tortoise and how I work thoroughly and diligently. The whole time the manager was giving me one of these faces. And I'm pretty sure he was picturing one of these instead of my badass Raphael. At that moment, I knew I had fucked up, so I end my speech. The manager takes the 3 of us out of the stockroom and into the middle of the store and has us pick an outfit for him. So he had us all lined up and he picks one favorite outfit and tells us we all did great. When he lined us all up, I saw he had papers. So he points to the Coachella girl and the hiker dude and says, "You two have a couple of things missing in your paperwork. I need to talk to you in the office." He points to me and says, You are A-okay and are good to go." So I start heading out, and as soon as I'm heading out, I get this bright idea to go back and to ask when I'm going to get a call. So I head back and open the door that leads into the office and stockroom. And as I enter, I hear all 3 of them laughing. The manager says, "So I like your guys' answer," and the 2 of them said, "Oh, that's why you asked that question." Ha 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 ha. That was weird. They immediately saw me and they were dead silent. I asked him when he would call us and let us know if we were hired, and he says by the end of this week. So I shamefully walked out of the door, and I was so hurt. I felt like crying, but at the same time I was so angry that I just figured out what just happened. So leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this video. If you have a story to tell on any weird interviews you have been through, go ahead and leave it down below. I would love to hear about them.